Welcome to the Kingdom Seeker's Circle. I will be your host today. Not with that voice. It's here, the third book in the Oculus Gate Series, My Soul to Take. Written by Bryan Davis, author of the Dragons in Our Midst series. Another chapter has been written, and what's actually been a long story. But I'm getting ahead of myself. My Soul to Take is a dystopian fantasy novel, story, book, I don't know, whatever you call that. I'm not an author yet. But what I do know is it's one of the best books I've ever read. Although I'll say that about every Bryan Davis book I ever read. With guns, tanks, drones, fighter jets, technology you've never heard of, etc., you name it, it's in here. This story is placed on Earth, although you don't stay on Earth. You go to hell, you to another world, he's named Verity, filled with man-eating giants. Well, at least it was until this book. Your main characters are split up almost throughout the entire book, split between hell, Earth, and Verity. Your characters are not only fighting to save the world, but each other. The antagonist, Alexandria, you might remember. If you've read Bryan Davis's Reaper's trilogy, you know that Alexandria was the main enemy in that story. She is a Reaper of the highest ability known as an owl. She has the ability to perceive certain thoughts simply by looking you in the eye. Combine that ability with a ruthless trained strategist type woman, and you have one terrible enemy. At the end of the Reaper's trilogy, Phoenix, who's your main character, manages to beat her with brute force and a mirror. He couldn't beat her by outwitting her. Well, for fans of Bryan Davis, it's no surprise he brought this enemy back. In the Dragons in Our Midst and Oracles of Fire series, he brought back both Devon and Morgan. Davis clearly doesn't like coming up with new bad guys, although he has no problem giving them random henchmen. Davis decided he wanted to beat Alex by actually outplaying, planning, scheming, in other words, beat her with a better brain. So he created the most dynamic duo he's ever written. Davis is great at creating dynamic duels. Walter and Ashley come to mind from Dragons in Our Midst. But these two characters, Benjamin Garrison and his wife Catherine, or Ben and Cat, they're arguably the most capable duo he's ever created. Ben is the perfect warrior, truly skilled in combat and willing to give his life for anyone, and often accomplishes feats worthy of a movie. Cat is the technical genius that Davis throws in most books. Skilled with computers, technology, she is the Ashley of this series for sure, but also a trained warrior, quite capable of killing anybody in the blink of an eye. Together, these two are probably smarter than Einstein. Now, I don't want to give away too much of the story, but I do have to mention just how incredible it is how Bryan Davis has intertwined his books. He has managed to connect 3 series together in one book. The Time Echoes trilogy, a murder mystery that ends up having your characters save 3 Earths in different spatial times, set for an Earth-shattering collision, with a violin and a mirror. The Reaper's trilogy, where your main characters rape the souls of the dead and save the world by killing Alex with a mirror. And now the Oculus Gate Series, where your characters battle fallen angels, a destructive vaccine, go through hell, and get turned into disembodied souls. In this single book, My Soul to Take, he brings back the Reapers, the violin, and the mirror. All 3 of these series happen in the same world/timeline. First, the Time Echoes trilogy, then the Reaper's trilogy, and 2 centuries after the Reaper's trilogy, the Oculus Gate series. He's managed to connect all these series in a way that makes the book even more exciting to read. And part of that comes from having read the other books first. You know more than your heroes, which is super exciting. I find myself waiting to read the reactions when they discover the abilities of the mirror and the violin, or what a Reaper's capable of. In the Oculus Gate series, Alex found out how to escape hell, and after your heroes put her back in hell, she figured out how to get out a second time. This time using the body of one of your heroes, which she then uses to reunite her spirit to her body. Yes, the Alex from the Reaper's trilogy comes back in full force. And then the book ends. Again, Bryan Davis gets to the climax of the story and ends the book. And you have to wait for the next one, which means the story isn't anywhere near over. We're left with characters going to meet Satan himself, while also believing that Cat and Ben are dead. No, I'm not going to tell you whether or not they actually are dead. To find out, you're going to have to read the book. At this point in the series, there isn't much to talk about unless you've read the other books in the series. There aren't any excess characters. There are some major plot twists, but I'm trying to keep this short and not give away the book. Or the series. Thanks for watching. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to go down, hit the subscribe button, and click the bell for notifications. Also like this video and share with other people that you want to start reading Bryan Davis's books. I highly recommend you read them. They're super good. They're really good, and like I said, I'm a little biased because I love all of Bryan Davis's books. But is that really bias? I don't know. Comment down below. Let us know.
Cut!
It's here! No! No! I'm gonna peek out of my eyes. Go. No! Yes! It's here! I really had to get an email right now. I'm not even gonna look at it.
Condescension.
Random peasantry is in my midst. However, this, I'm going to hide my smile. This does not qualify.
Did you just
Cut.
Random peasantry is
Did
in
you
my
just
midst.
call the girls in your room random peasants?
Make my phone.
Do it again.
Did it work?
Nope.
Oh. Hold
It's
on.
an iPhone, remember that.
And I'm gonna look over there some, and I'm gonna look over there some, as if I'm talking to a crowd like that. Not.
Bloopers video is gonna be longer than the real deal.
That's the point of bloopers. I seriously feel like that's in my face. I've heard that you're not actually supposed to clean your ear with ear tips. You actually should, because it stuffs a bunch of it back into your ears.
Yeah, you're supposed to buy those new little twist ones?
No, you're supposed to just put hydrogen peroxide down there.
Sounds like it's painful or something.
But apparently it doesn't get all the way down and hurt your ear.
When you
but
try
it gets
it,
rid of all of it.
when you try it, come tell me